Hey guys, happy Frugal Friday. Today's gonna be really casual. I even have some notes written out. My 10 realistic ways to cut the cost of living alone video has reached over 180,000 views, and I've been asked for more. And as you know, what do I always say? The KSQUAD gets what the KSQUAD want. As you know, I'm not extreme when it comes to frugal living or budgeting. So without further ado, here are 5 more realistic ways to cut the cost of living alone. Number 1 is have your sitting money making money. Put your money in a high yield savings, or in some cases, checking account, also referred to as a high interest account. It's a type of savings account or checking that offers better than average interest rates on deposits. Typically, high yield savings accounts pay significantly more than the national average. I can't tell you exactly where to go to get this because we probably live in different places. However, if you live in Southern Maine, my high recommendation for you is to use Town and Country Federal Credit Union. As you know, I partner with them for many things, including our budget classes. Town and Country has a free rewards checking. You can earn a high 5.25 APY just for doing easy everyday banking with them. What is APY? APY is known as your annual percentage yield. It refers to the amount of interest you earn in that account. Another big bonus for doing your banking with Town and Country Federal Credit Union is you get refunds on your ATM fees nationwide. Even when you use big bank ATMs, no matter what, your account is always free and there's no minimum balance to earn high rates. They do free online banking and bill pay. It's awesome. So if you don't live in Southern Maine, you're gonna have to do a little bit of your own homework, but don't settle for a place that's not gonna make as much money as you can while it's sitting there. That's gonna help not only save you money, but earn you money over time. So don't let your sitting money just sit there and chill. Let it make money while it's sitting there, even in a checking or savings on the regular every day. And thank you, Town and Country, for partnering with me throughout the year. You guys are awesome. When you venture out and live on your own, you have to make every dollar count. Number 2 is to spend less on clothes. Some of you might be like, Kate, why would I do that? It helps to see the benefits of owning less clothing. Let's talk about a few of them. The obvious one, you spend less. I feel like in college, I let this get a little out of control. I feel like when I was in high school, my mom still had her thumb on it a little bit. My mom, first of all, has a great sense of fashion, and I think she kept an eye on me and making sure my outfits went together, etc. I feel like when I went to college, my true colors just shined through, and it wasn't necessarily the smartest clothing choices. It wasn't necessarily my best looks. Oh, I wish I had pictures here to insert for you because, yeah. But in college specifically, I was doing a lot of fast fashion and not really thinking about like the big picture and what went with what. And in retrospect, I could have done a lot better, and I could have spent a lot less buying things that were really not that great. I just thought they were cute in the moment, and I wish I would have picked more like longevity pieces instead of just quick little trendy pieces that didn't really go anywhere. The other benefit of owning less clothing is less visual clutter. I have recently culled down my wardrobe to a lot less, and it is so much more visually appealing, and I don't know if that's important to you or not, but I love it. Next is less stress of what am I gonna wear, and also less decision making. When I had a ton of things in my closet, I would spend so much time deciding what to wear, and it was just, it was a lot of time spent wasted, which leads me to another benefit, more time to spend on the things that matter to you instead of what do I wear? Does this go with this? If you get more of a capsule wardrobe, if you get more solid colors or kind of a color theme going where everything goes with everything, it's so much less stressful. Even as I'm saying this to you, it feels lighter on my shoulders, thinking about less decisions, less stress, so much more streamlined and easy. And hey, it could lead to less laundry, and we all know that's a huge benefit. Another big benefit is you feel your best when you are only wearing what you love the most, when you're only wearing your favorites. And along with that, you're more comfortable in what you're wearing because you're wearing your favorites. You're more confident in what you're wearing when you're wearing your best, when you're wearing the things that you're like, hey, I feel good in this. Why clutter it up with stuff that makes you feel less than awesome? And the last benefit of owning less clothing is you could use that money for your highest self instead of just putting together pieces that don't really mean a lot to you and cluttering your closet. How could you use that money instead? How could that money serve you best, or maybe even a neighbor, a friend, a family member? A question I like to ask myself is, what brings me more joy than fabric? And the answer is quite a bit. Number 3 is less frequent hair appointments. Now I wrote, I'm not gonna tell you that you can't get your hair done anymore. Nope, no. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. I currently get my hair done, my girl Amy, shout out. But have there been times when my budget was so tight and I had to do it myself, like full-blown hair, DIY, spending $8 on a box from the store, learning how to cut my hair on YouTube because it was that tight? Yes, I have. Depending on where your budget's at, you don't have to cut this out cold turkey unless you do. There might be a season where you have to cut this out and you will spend $8 at Walmart and you will learn how to cut your own hair on YouTube and you will be okay. But somebody actually just asked me this. A KSQUAD member was saying that they thought that this might be something they could cut back on because they'd cut a lot of other things. Could they cut out their hair appointments? But they also felt bad because they're very loyal to the person that does their hair. And to that I say, I feel very similarly. I love the person that does my hair. She's my good friend. But what I would say is do like a happy medium. I would stretch out the frequency of your hair appointments. So there's been times in my life where I go every 6 weeks. There's also been times in my life where I go more like 10 to 12 weeks, depending on what your thing is. Like maybe it's to cover grays. Maybe you don't like your hair touching your shoulders. Like everyone has their own things about how they like their hair. So just see, you don't have to totally throw in the towel on professional hair appointments, but could you stretch out the duration in between? This is actually very surprisingly going to save you a lot depending if you're a person that goes all the time. You don't have to go as frequently. You can still look pretty darn good, but not go so much and spend so much. But you don't have to throw in the whole towel here. You don't have to give up on your person. You don't have to resign your spot in the chair. And if you are gonna do this, maybe just give your stylist a little heads up. Hey, look, my budget's tight right now. I don't wanna stop seeing you, but I'm gonna have to stretch it out just a little bit. So they have a heads up. Maybe they can fill in that spot with somebody else in the meantime. Be smart about it, be kind about it, but it is a suggestion if you're looking to cut the cost a little bit, but not completely give up on it. This could help your budget, again, for a season, or maybe it's something that works out better for you and you realize you didn't have to go so often. Number 4, stay healthy. Oh, for the love of health, please do your best to stay healthy. My cat is trying to kick over my stand right now. Medical bills were brutal for me this year. Brutal. I had lots of doctor appointments. I had callbacks for lady things. And listen, in the world of dance, in the world of theater, you want callbacks. When you go for your mammogram, you do not want a callback, preferably, right? But I did. Luckily, it turned out to be nothing of significance, but I did get that call back and I was feeling panic. which is just another reminder, guys, do your annual appointments. I was over on my mammogram. I should have gone a couple years ago and I waited. And then when I got that call back, I was kicking myself and all I could think was, Kate, you should have gone sooner. And this is, and you know, I digress, but the point is make an effort to become a little stronger, even if it's lifting like light weights to tone. The more muscle you have on your body, the more calories you're gonna burn naturally. And you need to keep your body strong in general. Your lungs need to be strong. You've gotta be able to breathe. I have asthma. I have to make sure I am keeping my lungs healthy. You have to keep your mind sound, healthy brain, healthy thoughts. All these things, keeping your body, your brain healthy will save you tons, because when it hits the fan, oh my gosh, you guys, my medical bills were so bad this year. All the appointments, everything's okay, but I'm just encouraging you, do the annual things, get your physical, check in on yourself. And then as far as staying healthy, even the small things compound. Drinking a little bit more water, going for walks. It all adds up in a positive way, or it could add up in a negative way. So just be mindful, do your best, make an effort. We've got nothing if we don't have our health, right? Number 5 is intentionally own less. First of all, there's many benefits of owning less besides the obvious of saving money. So that's the biggest one, right? Saving money. The less you have, the less you're gonna spend, for the most part probably. But the other big thing is it is a lot easier to clean a home that has less clutter in it, less stuff in your way. What do you wanna do? Spend your weekends cleaning? No, ew. You gotta do some maintenance, of course. You gotta do some tidying, you've gotta clean. But the less you have, the less likely you're gonna have to dust forever and vacuum forever and lift things and move things, and you get it. Less stress. The less you own, the less owns you, and you feel less stress with less in your way, less to look at least for me. More energy, more productive. When you have less in your way, you're not feeling bogged down. Clutter drags you down. Think about if you wake up in the morning and your room is so fresh and so clean, clothes are put away, there's nothing on the floor, it's pristine, versus you wake up and you're stepping on things and you're tripping on things, and the visual clutter is so alarming that you just want to like go back to bed. It's a completely different scene. You walk in the kitchen, all the dishes are put away, there's nothing on the counter. You feel energized. But if you get up and the dishes are full in the sink and there's stuff everywhere, you don't even want to be in that room, right? It shuts you down. Don't shut yourself down with stuff. Don't do it. If you've got another realistic, reasonable tip to help cut the cost of living alone, please leave it in the comment section right now so we can all read it. And speaking of comments, thank you so much to all of you that commented on that first video. I have some highlighted comments that I wanted to share with you, kind of shout outs to the KSQUAD that left these comments, and also just so that you can hear what they were and hopefully give you ideas or just celebrate with us that we are focused on frugal living and saving money. Aaron says, as a senior living alone, I think groceries are the most difficult part of the budget, especially when you're trying to eat healthy, avoid fatty, high carb and processed foods, etc. With the current crazy inflation, retirement funds don't go as far as they used to. You have to prioritize the protein that you need for the week, month, and shop the best sale prices. Thank you, Aaron. Next, Sharon said, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm a frugal elder who loves your tips. I live alone and I make a game out of saving money. Hey, if you haven't seen my Making Saving Money Like a Game video, I'll leave it here and I'll leave it at the bottom for you to watch. But yes, Sharon, make it a game. My latest money saving practice is that I've quit buying clothes. Hey, for the rest of 2023, I have lots of beautiful clothes that I love combining in new outfits. I also try to waste zero food. Love you, Kate. Love you too, Sharon. Thank you. 4-Day Homestead says, my tip as an introvert. Friendly introverts, raise your hands. Make like-minded connections. Cheap at-home meal or just coffee and treat on the porch is refreshing. I agree. Not part of the plan says, the other point I'd like to offer regarding the accept hand-me-down furniture, which we talked about in the first video, is it's fun to very gradually buy your own furniture. Don't rush out and spend money to fill your new home with stuff. Huh? What were we just talking about? Yeah. Live with what you have been given for a while. Get a sense of how your space is working for you and take the time to savor adding the things you need and want. Enjoy the process. I love that. 100% yes. Lizbeth Boss says, my favorite one to add, ask friends and family for their leftover paint. I painted my walls and revamped some furniture with that when I moved. That's a great idea. It made them happy. No guilt for having bought too much or keeping it just in case. And it made me happy. When I walk through my house, the colors remind me of the people I love. I love that. That's a great idea. And she wrote, bonus tip, after painting, put some paint in an old jar and donate the rest to another person who can use it. Not having more stuff in your home than you need saves time and money too. Boom. Frugal Stew says, Kate, what an amazing video. I've lived on my own for about 5 years now after my marriage ended, and I absolutely love it. LOL. You can do what you want when you want, but yes, it can be very easy to get carried away. I think my tip would be treat reducing your bills and saving money as a challenge and have a prize or something to look forward to. It's very easy to get bored and disheartened, so keep it fun. You guys, if you are not subscribed to Frugal Stew yet, go check him out. He and I did a collab for No Spend January, which of course we will do No Spend January again coming up this coming year. He's awesome. You won't regret it. And thank you, Frugal Stew, for always being so supportive. And I love your videos. Next is Free Your Mindset. Free Your Mindset says, I love living alone with my kid. It's not for everyone, but I love it. Same. Make my kind of food, drink my coffee, read my books, watch my shows, etc. If I come across a wonderful man, that would be amazing, but I'm also content in my life. God has blessed me in so many ways, and I'm grateful that I'm able to be independent or contribute to a relationship. Same. Connie McIntyre says, Happy Frugal Friday, K-Squad. Heck yes, we are empty nesters. We can live cheaply and still have a luxurious lifestyle. Simple things bring us immense joy. Sitting on our back patio with our homemade drinks, watching the sunset over the Catalina Mountains in Tucson is simply the best way to spend an evening. Heck yeah. Isabel Cassan says, I love your tips. My message to others is don't be surprised at how good you can get at it. Life is full of challenges and this is yours. My opinion is a cat always helps. I agree. Warmth and a good TV and simple food and preparation, you know best what you need. Love it. Truth Seeker says, truth. I've been house poor and it was beyond miserable on so many levels. Led to further bad decisions, debt. Post-divorce and finding Dave Ramsey, I seriously dialed my thermostat down to 60 in the winter. Cut cable and all TV and internet for 3.5 years. I had unlimited phone data. I now have TV and internet again, but I don't ever turn on my TV. I got used to living without it. Had Hulu and Netflix for a bit, but when they doubled my rates, I canceled my subscriptions. Now they're offering a greatly reduced rate to get me back. People need to check their subscriptions and not automatically agree to the new prices. Thank you, Truth Seeker. Margal, this is again from the last video, says, capsule grocery list, genius, Kate. We can make this a game too with the kids, getting them involved and have fun for them and fresh ideas for the cooks. Heck yes! Sue B says, batch cooking and freezing leftovers for future meals. You save a lot of money that way. Food purchase, electricity, time, and dishes. Yes, Sue. Angela says, these tips are good for just about everyone. And so are they in this video also, right? Of course, if you're trying to cut the cost of living alone, these are applicable, but truly anybody can take advantage of these. And lastly, Penny P says, Kate, I love your videos. Thank you, Penny. I was laughing at your potato ideas. It reminded me of all the ways you could prepare shrimp in the Forrest Gump movie. If you guys didn't catch that part of the video, go back because it's kind of funny. I completely and entirely sound like Forrest Gump. It's a good movie though. Don't forget to leave a comment before you leave, because who knows, your comment could be featured in a future video. I appreciate you taking a moment to leave something down below that's helpful for the K-Squad. If you enjoyed this video, I'm gonna leave one right here for you to watch next. See you next week, K-Squad!